I just got back from the gym, and before you ask, yes, I did use all of the weights in the gym to reach a new curl PR. Thank you for asking. We spent a couple weeks kind of falling off of it. Last couple weeks I've been getting back into it and building my strength back up to what it was before. Today we hit back where we were at 120 pounds on the curls machine. And when I'm at the gym between pumping iron and popping bull shark testosterone, I'm scrolling reels. But the story we have in front of us is a silver spoon tale as old as time itself. Some kid who's unchecked in a car that's way too expensive for him. Some of you may know, some of you may not. I'm a local to the LA area, Los Angeles, California. So kids who are on their way to finish their SATs driving there in a car 100 million times their net worth is something that's almost common here. However, there are even situations that can surprise someone like me. This is one of them. This car that we have involved in this video is a 992.2 GT3 RS. It's a Porsche, as you can see by that iconic shape, and this car is not cheap. I decided to pull up the Madden NFL stats on our star player right here, and as you can see, 3 seconds 0 to 60 time, 518 horsepower, with a top speed of 184 miles an hour on track with summer tires. This isn't even a straightaway dedicated course. This is an extremely fast car and an extremely expensive car. I had to scroll up on screen here, but as you can see, this buddy will run you minimum $241,000. So very, very expensive, and someone's dad decided that it wasn't expensive enough, and let's just let the kid take it out to a car show. So we come back here to see our superhuman leaving this car show that he's presumably at, about to make a nice grand exit in this very stylish car, and it goes south for him. Let's take a look.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Very scary crash. According to the information that I've seen, which at this time there's not much of, I believe the driver is okay. It wasn't a very high speed crash. It was a pretty violent one. You can see how much air he got into the tree there. But wasn't super high speed, so he did come out with some bumps and bruises that I'm aware of. You know, if there's any updated information and I'm incorrect on that, please feel free to correct me, and I'll respond accordingly. But with this being my channel and all of our videos kind of revolving around teachable moments and driver coaching, I really want to get into this video and what the driver could have improved on here, because this was an extremely expensive, extremely public accident. Very embarrassing, and I hate to say it, very, very avoidable. I want to take it back to what initiated the accident, so I'll play the clip for that now and then discuss afterwards. So you notice he comes through that first S-turn there, and he's still accelerating the car. You can hear the RPMs building up, the revs of the car, the note of the engine, and it spikes up really fast and the back end comes out. That's because he was turning the car while adding that throttle and was just adding way too much and overloaded those rear tires until that traction eventually snapped out. Now that first snap is extremely scary, and that is something that can catch a lot of people off at very vast skill levels. Now I want to play back when he snapped back the other direction before inevitably snapping back into the tree at the moment we are now. So I'm going to play that right now.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Now something that is extremely important and something that I teach guests very frequently is being quick on the hands with counter steer. For those of you who don't know, counter steer is when the car is sliding out at an angle. So for the sake of this explanation, let's say a car is sliding out to the left-hand side, so the back end is coming out to the left side of you, so you're starting to turn and face the right. What you would do in that situation is turn your front wheels to catch the back end of the car and keep that back end in check behind the front wheels. So you have to be fast on that counter steer and turn in the direction the car is sliding. So a really big problem that happened here, especially since this guy already snapped back one time, he is snapped back to reality a long time ago. Like, this rap song's only halfway through. He knows that he's still sideways. He just overcorrected it in the other direction. But, and you can rewind it to see if you would like, the wheels just stay straight for so long. He doesn't add that counter steer nearly fast enough, and then when he does, he just really throws it in the other direction and overcorrects it again, which then sends him into the tree here. This is something that's extremely common, and it's extremely, honestly, dangerous with high-powered cars, is people believe that they can just stomp on the throttle and the car will stay underneath them. Modern cars have built a very distorted sense of safety, in my opinion. I'm more of a fan of older, more raw cars, so I could also be kind of biased in this personally. This is my own opinion. The modern technology in cars leads people to believe that they're not doing something wrong when they are doing something that would kill them in a car that doesn't have all these idiot-proof electronics in it. I drive some of these Porsches, not the GT3 RS specifically, but I drive a lot of these same 992 generation, these modern Porsches, and they drive so comfortable and so safe. They are genuinely amazing machines. So here we are now at the end of the accident. Buddy has finally come to his senses, snapped back to reality, cranked that Soldier Boy, and has gone right back into Kingdom Come, right there into the tree. And this is pretty much more or less where this video ends. I have another perspective, though, that I also want to show real quick. Second video obviously comes at us a little bit differently. This time we got a bit of a hard edit of the crash site and the aftermath. We get those close-up angles, and you can see those airbags are blown, buddy. You can even see on this frame right here that that wheel on the back is broken, and all that damage on the front end that you saw in the video. This car is more likely than not totaled. That is 240,000 clams down the drain. That's 240,000 V-Bucks, fucking Robux, whatever. Like, this thing is totaled. Now, a lot of people are speculating that this is a kid driving. We don't actually know for sure who the driver is, but that is honestly something that I am inclined to agree with. If you take a look around at the crowd, it's a very predominantly young crowd at this car show. So if more information comes out against that, then obviously this is incorrect. Want to, give a call out to any updated sources that come out after the fact. But right now it's a lot of speculation, and it seems to me like this is a younger kid involved in this accident. I do believe that it was a kid driving his dad's car, because that's just the state of things. It happens very often in my area, and I'm not the only one who deals with this. This is a worldwide thing. There's a lot of privileged children out there who really just get to run wild with their parents' toys. I've known plenty of people like that myself. A couple of them are really great people and always were very respectful of their parents' cars that they let them drive, and the majority were just not at all. One final thing I wanted to throw in at the end here. I wanted to give an example of what it looks like when correcting these slides is done right. And who better to give off an example of how to properly slide a car than my man himself, Jake Gonzalez, drifter extraordinaire. I'll plug him in right here. He's an absolutely amazing drifter. He's going to go D1 Pro. You all heard it here first. Notice in the video that I just showed how he is countering those slides. Obviously, yes, he isn't a purpose-built drift car, but the steering is still the exact same. Notice when the car is all the way out at one side and it's about to come back the other way, he's feeding that steering wheel with the transfer of that weight. Obviously, he's a professional. That's something that comes with a lot more experience. But I want to show you guys what it looks like when catching these slides and keeping yourself alive is done the right way. I just wanted to throw that in here. But other than that, I did find this story pretty interesting. It's not often you see a brand new GT3 RS get crashed at a car show. Obviously, it does happen, but those are pretty significant events when they do. So I just kind of wanted to cover it here. I'm definitely going to kind of keep an eye on this story, and feel free to give me updates in the comments if you guys find out anything that was not covered here as well. I am honestly very interested in this and just kind of how that's all going to develop and what the kid or the guy behind the wheel driving is going to go through and what he has been going through in the meantime. But that's pretty much it. Thanks.